Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Josh Allen, and we are doing something a little bit different today. This is going to be the first installment of a video series we want to do here on the Broke Boy Media channel called Broke Boy Film School. Today, we're going to be talking about some different ways that you can get into filmmaking if you're interested in doing that. But there's a lot of people who want to get into filmmaking who hesitate at too common of an idea that I can't get started in filmmaking because I don't have equipment. In this video, I'm going to tell you that not only do I think you can get started without a whole host of expensive equipment, I think you can get started without a camera. So without further ado, here's 5 ways to get into filmmaking without a camera. All right, so the first way you can get into filmmaking without having a camera is you can do how I did. When I got started in filmmaking, I just reached out to a bunch of directors. There are a lot of independent filmmakers in your area probably that are always looking for an extra hand on set. And this is a great way to get really close to a lot of the action in filmmaking, especially if you're working with independents. If you're a production assistant on a small set, you could be doing all kinds of things from moving lights and, sometimes even helping with a second camera or something like that. To find these independent directors, filmmakers, you can get on Instagram, Facebook, look up hashtag Cincinnati filmmaker, if that's where you're from, and just shoot them a DM, offer your time. And if you're just getting started, you're probably going to be doing this on a volunteer basis, but this is a great way to get experience, get on set, and just meet people. If you're someone who has a lot of hard skills like time management and being able to handle logistics, you may actually be able to get on a project as a producer or assistant director. A lot of people don't realize how many of these things go into even small independent projects. If you're someone who's good with time management, you can keep a crew on schedule and make sure everybody's shooting what they need to be shooting when they need to shoot it. If you're good at talking to people, you can talk to locations, you can talk to actors. Some film projects have small budgets, but where is that money going to? Where is it being allocated? If you have that skill, these are all things that you can offer that would make you a producer, and in some cases on smaller projects may make you an assistant director. When I was first getting started in filmmaking, these were actually roles that I fell into a lot. I helped manage a business with my dad, and I had a lot of these skills that I was ready to bring. So you may be sitting in your office right now wishing you were in filmmaking, but all you do is paperwork. You could get in filmmaking with some of those skills that you're using at the office right now. Production design. This is something that I won't even say is overlooked. It's something that's hard to find, especially in the independent filmmaking world. It's hard to find people with production design skills. And I'm talking about costumes, sets, props, makeup. If you're somebody who is into interior design, you watch HGTV and you just know how to make a room look good. Rarely do you get to a location and it just looks how you want it. Somebody has to have an artistic eye and make that room or make that set look how it's supposed to look. Costume design. I'm talking to you cosplayers. There is an independent filmmaker somewhere who needs a dope costume. And there are people with that skill. It's makeup. If you're into makeup doesn't even stop at, mascara and foundation. If you're into special effects makeup, and I see a lot of this on Instagram, people who, do makeup and put gashes in their arms and make their face all bloody. Special effects makeup is something that's needed a lot in horror and action films. Maybe you're already a music artist, a music producer. If you're somebody who has knowledge in just recording music and general music production, these are skills that a lot of filmmakers would love to have somebody on their team to be capable of doing. If you have a MIDI keyboard and are versed in any sort of recording software, FL Studios, Pro Tools, Ableton, any of that, you can score a whole film. These are ways that you can get started and see the filmmaking process. You don't have a camera, but I know you have a smartphone. It's in your pocket right now, and that smartphone has a built-in camera that you can use to start filmmaking today. Now, if you're gonna go film a movie on a smartphone, you can't just go out and shoot it and think it's gonna be the most amazing thing. You're gonna have to be really creative. You're gonna have to do a lot of pre-production, make sure you know what you're shooting, how you're shooting, and that it's going to work before you try it out. But there's a lot of ways you can get creative. If you have the capability, have one phone to actually get your shot and maybe use another phone to record the audio so that the audio could be closer. That's actually what we're doing here now. We have my iPhone capturing audio, and our B camera is actually Emmanuel's iPhone 7. So we are putting it into practice here as well. If you have a smartphone, you can get started in filmmaking today. So the world of filmmaking is very vast, and it's not necessarily only reserved for the people who are behind a camera lens. Like I was talking about, there's a lot of different skills that get brought to a film project. At its core, the most important thing to filmmaking is just telling a good story. And if you find a way to tell your story, you are a filmmaker. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening to what I have to say. I've wanted to do this video for a while because a lot of this has to do with my own personal experience. If you have any other things that you would like to see us cover, from post-production, editing, and pre-production, and actually shooting, let us know in the comments below what you would actually like to see. We are excited to just kind of give back and share what we've learned so far on our filmmaking journeys, and just talk with other filmmakers and like-minded people, filmmakers who are being creative and using the broke boy mentality to make their films happen and tell their stories. Until the next video, I will see you guys later.